The Student Representative Council election at the University of Pretoria took place this week, with the Economic Freedom Fighters Student Command winning all 8 seats. Afriforum Youth, who had previously tried to deregister the EFF following the signing of the Kill the Boer song at its 10th birthday rally, have now successfully disqualified the election results based on charges of racial intimidation. Joining us now to discuss this is Karabo Mogale, President of the EFFSC at the University of Pretoria. Karabo, very good morning to you. Welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Talk to us about what exactly has happened.
Good morning to you and all the viewers. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Karabo Mogale, the current 2023 Society's officer and the 2024 President-elect. So basically, on the 5th to the 7th of September, we had elections, SRC elections at the University of Pretoria, and then at around 10 past 11, preliminary results were announced on the 7th, and we then found out that the EFFSC had won all 8 out of 8 seats that were contesting, and then on the 8th, which is the next day, when the preliminary results were officially published, all EFFSC affiliated candidates received emails from the IMB, which is the Independent Monitoring Body, of a report that was filed by the IEC, which is the Independent Electronic Committee, that was filed on the 7th. The very same day the results came out, stating that all of our candidates have been disqualified because they have they have contravened the rules of elections, and therefore they're recommending that all of our candidates should be disqualified in these elections.
We did try reaching out to Afriforum, but let's of course get some reaction there and hear what they had to say. Renee van der Vyver, representing the Afriforum Youth Wing. Let's take a listen to this.
Interest of all students at the University of Pretoria to ensure that there will be no place for radical, racist organizations in leadership structures at this university. It was announced that all 8 elected student council candidates from the EFF Student Command were disqualified due to their violation of student council election rules. Last week, we at Afriforum Youth demanded that the EFFSC UP's SRC candidates be suspended and filed a complaint against the provisional SRC election results, along with a petition signed by more than 2,000 people. This opposition stems from EFFSC UP, who took part in acts of intimidation, inciting violence, disruption and fueling racial tension. An SRC who sings songs about murder can never be recognized as leaders. We urge the university management to stick to this decision and not give in to intimidation and threats of violence by the EFF.
Right, so that reaction there coming from Afriforum Youth Wing's Renee van der Vyver. Karabo, just listening into that, I mean, what stands out there, some of the allegations of inciting violence, of fueling racism and tension. What's your response to that?
So I'd like to first clarify the events that took place. What happened was that the EFF Student Command, we were standing outside of student accommodation, debriefing on the day of how the day went and speaking of what we can improve and what cannot be improved and where we failed and all that, when a group of drunk white boys passed by and they started making monkey sounds and making actions, and they started calling us cops. When they immediately took a choice of all actions and spit in our faces, that's when the scuffle broke out. From a report that was sent to us, the events that took place on that day, they cannot be undermined. The influence that this party has cannot be undermined.
So how do you think what led to the suspension? I mean, the violation of student council election rules has been cited as a reason for your disqualification.
Okay, so on the 8th of September, me and my fellow candidates received an email from the IMB stating that the IEC made a report stating that we have contravened the rules of elections, which were putting up our posters around campus on the wrong places. The second allegation was that we reprinted more posters that were not approved by the IEC, and that we disregarded the IEC's recommendation to have our posters removed on campus, because the IEC had sent an email on the 4th stating that we should have all our posters removed on campus by 12 o'clock on the 5th, which is the first day when elections started. So we did have that happen. However, the IMB said that from their findings, they found out that we did not remove all our posters on our campuses, and that the posters were reprinted by our members, and that they were put up on the wrong places on campus as well.
So what happens now, Karabo?
Currently, we are waiting for the final results to be published, because so far we've just received emails from the IMB stating that we have been disqualified based on a recommendation that was made by Michael Makoba on behalf of the IEC. However, we're just waiting for the final results to be published, and the second, our runner-ups, which had way lesser votes than us, to be announced as the winners. And then we can then see how we can take any further actions.
So what are your assertions, or perhaps maybe suspicions of what may, according to you, have really taken place here, leading to this decision of suspension?
Although I cannot, I'd like to express how these elections were very difficult since the beginning for me and my fellow candidates. The IEC has always been on our back. We were told which pictures to use, which pictures to not use. Unlike last year, because I was running last year. Last year we didn't have any restrictions as to what we can have on our background, what pictures. The only instruction that we had was that we cannot wear any political regalia for our pictures. However, this year we had so many rules, and the IEC was just constantly on our back, monitoring each and every move that we make. Hence, even the posters that we put up were removed instantly on the very same day they were put up. The IEC instructed us to remove all of our posters, and they're even caught on camera removing our posters without even asking for permission or even letting us know what happened. Only after we inquired was then the email sent to us stating that we should have our posters removed. So I'm not really sure what could have taken place, but I think they were just really unhappy with the fact that we won all 8 seats, and that the students have chosen us to be their leaders, to represent them.
Very well. Unfortunately, we're going to have to leave it there for now. Karabo Mogale, President of the EFF Student Command at the University of Pretoria. And we did reach out to Afriforum, who were unfortunately not available at this time, but have said that they will be availing themselves at a later time.